this is on. Yeah, so these are parts and pieces for robotic manufacturing integrator. They're, most of the time we don't know what the parts and pieces are, but they go out and they're part of a big production line. And so lots of just different weldments that we water jet cut the pieces and weld them together and ship them out.
Pacific galvanizing west robotic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. More parts and pieces for our rotational molds. That's a dump box that the plastic powder actually gets put in. There's 3 different plastics that go into the mold in different stages, and so that chamber, they'll put 2 different plastics in it, and yeah. And
who is this over here?
this is Nate and John. John, do you have a drawing of your rotomold? We can have some in the parking lot. We can. So this is probably can't see that very good, but that's what John is building. This is what he's starting with, and he's got his lid started there, and we'll...
all professional metal workers, right?
Yes, yeah. And we do water jet cutting, of course, is a big part of our being able to CNC cut all these parts. Is an important part of our business here, so I'll show you that.
Let's go see the water jet. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that's huge.
So the water jet cuts with sand and water, high pressure water. It's actually 86,000 psi. Your standard air compressor is 130 psi, and so it basically forces the water through a little tiny 15 thousandths inch diameter diamond orifice, and we can cut up to 12-inch thick steel with that. So
Fantastic.
Okay. Now, how you want to go from here, or?
You know what? Let's
Okay,
go ahead and
let's do
stop the tour right now, and then you can do the interview outside. So,
all right.
Thank you for giving us the tour.
yeah.
1.
Good morning. We are here in Little Valley, Oregon, which is actually close to Harper, and I have the pleasure of being here with Brady Cooke. He is with Pesznecker Brothers Incorporated, and that particular entity actually started in 1917, and they have a site in Clackamas. And it's really kind of a small world, because I was actually aware of that in the industrial section some years ago, and I was shocked when I found that Pesznecker Brothers was right here in Little Valley. Now, I understand that Brady Cooke has actually been a project manager for some time. You were in Clackamas, right?
Yes, correct.
And then you came right here to Little Valley, right in our backyard. And I understand that this is called the ranch, and then there was another name, Pesznecker. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Well, tell me, how in the world did, tell us a little bit about your company, and how in the world did you end up right out here in Little Valley?
Yeah, so Dan Pesznecker is
We got some dog.
Yeah, we might have
interference
to,
there, but okay, just stay with us.
do you want me to get the dog
Nope.
Oh,
out of
it's
here?
okay.
Fine.
Okay. Because he might not leave us alone until.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I will. I'll start from scratch here. Okay. Dan Pesznecker has roots over here in this part of the country. He spends a lot of time bird hunting over here and wanted to expand his business over here. And so we, in 2013, he purchased this property and we started a branch metal fabrication business here. And so we brought some equipment over and, you know, opened the doors for business and have grown a little bit since then, hired some new employees, and so it's been a good great opportunity for me. Have really enjoyed this community and you know, being able to start something up over here. It's been a neat opportunity, and we really have enjoyed this area, and the community here has been fantastic. So
Well, great. It's great to have you. As I say, it was kind of a shock. Now, you folks will see a little bit too of the operation here. Really, quite an operation. We actually had contact with Brady some time ago through Grace Lutheran, and by the way, this is our walking together, talking together with various people in our communities, and we actually had Pesznecker Brothers here do a metalwork for us of our founders, and it's in our church. So you do all kinds of metal work, fabrication, all of that. Tell us a little bit about kind of the gamut of everything that you do. I was actually really very surprised.
yeah, so we are set up to do a little bit of everything. We can do machining and welding and sheet metal work. We've got press brakes and water jet cutting. And so we do things from architectural, you know, projects to, you know, industrial equipment and machinery and any kind of parts and pieces in between. If it's made out of metal, it's in our wheelhouse. So
It's here, and you can do it. Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Sandy, Oregon, and then started with Pesznecker Brothers in Clackamas, and worked there for several years before transferring over here. So
And you and your wife, your family, tell us your wife and your
yeah,
family.
my wife Anna and 3 kids. We all made the jump over here, and you know, put down new roots. And like I said, this community has been really neat. I am really thankful for the people we've, you know, encountered and built relationships with over here. Has been fantastic. So
Well, it's certainly great to have you, and I imagine a lot of you folks, just as I, had no idea that this was right in our backyard. And I guess you are available to do all sorts of different metal projects. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
So keep Pesznecker Brothers Incorporated and Brady Cooke in mind if you've got projects. As I said, did an excellent project for us. Now, I'm wondering, the last year and a half, has that caused any difficulties with coronavirus and all?
Yeah, the most of the difficulties we've encountered have just been in our supply chain.
Okay.
We have not slowed down as far as demand for our business. Most of our industrial parts and pieces that we make go all over the country, and there doesn't seem to be any slowdown in demand for the kind of work that we do. So
Just that supply chain.
it's
in
just,
every
yeah,
area,
the
supply chain.
material has gotten a lot more expensive, and there's lots of delays and things that were readily available now, sometimes they're not. So other than that, we've fared really well. So
Well, you've already expressed somewhat, on this walking together, talking together that we've been doing for the last year and a half. We try to look for the positive. I just look around and you've already expressed some of the positives. But tell us, maybe just getting up in the morning and looking around, but is there something that really stands out for you and your family in spite of all this other that's been going on that you say, thank you, God, here we go?
Absolutely. I went through a pretty difficult time, not too long ago, personally, and it really, you can, there are a lot of people who have, had real hardships from the pandemic and just life in general, can really knock you around. But I'll tell you, going through difficult things, and it really does sharpen your senses to the blessings and the good things that you do have. And I feel very fortunate. This business has been a big blessing to my family, and I hope it's been a blessing to the other employees who make a living here. So yeah, I feel very fortunate every day, and I know there are people going through a lot more difficult things than I am, but so yeah, that's kind of my take.
Good advice. So I think you're saying no matter what you may be going through, there are a lot of good things too. Just take a look, because they're there. Well, God bless again, Grace Lutheran, walking together, talking together, Brady Cooke, and keep, different name, Pesznecker Brothers Incorporated in mind. And that's Pesznecker, right?
You got it. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.